Because Salah was very quiet today. Everything he tried, it was a plod. It was in a different pace. And consequently, second half, I thought West Brom deserved to get that point in the end.
OK, so 3 down, 1 still to come on this Premier League Sunday as the festive fixtures come very quickly at you. It all began with Leeds' win against Burnley at Ellen Road, then 2-2 between West Ham and Brighton, and 1-1. Who would have predicted that between the champions and second from bottom West Brom at Anfield? Still to come, Spurs at Wolves. Jose Mourinho against Nuno. So Liverpool do extend their lead, but not to 5 points, to 3 above Everton, having played the same number of games. Everton just a point ahead of Leicester, who themselves lead Manchester United, who of course do have a game in hand, and so too the Manchester City as well. Villa, incidentally, who go to Chelsea next, 25 points. They have 2 games in hand as well. Spurs in 8th have the opportunity, though, to move up into that top 3 if they win in our next game against Wolves, who themselves will begin in 12th. But West Brom get another point to the total. They move up to 8, but they are still 5 points away from safety. Manchester City make a few of these as well.
Yeah, he made 2 late saves to Ilkay Gundogan and Raheem Sterling from crosses. He saved them with his legs that day. This one, as you can see here, onside Firmino. It was a nice header from Firmino, heads it down into the ground. It was accurate going into that far post. A great spring from Sam Johnson, and he has slight touch with his left hand to palm it wide. A great save, because he doesn't even palm it out into the danger area. He's palming it around the corner, which is a great stop.
And that's with his left hand. It's got a touch of Gordon Banks and the Pele header, where he's just flicked it.
Yeah.
You know, it was unbelievable Banks, but that was a fabulous save.
Fabulous save,
it's
yeah.
almost past him, Steve, isn't it? And you think it's in the back of the net. You think that's it. Liverpool have cracked it eventually, but my word, he didn't have much to do today, strangely enough, the possession that Liverpool had, but what a save that was. He's been brilliant over the last 3 or 4 games that I've seen him play. Over at Old Trafford, he was outstanding. Up there, City, I think Steve did that. Unbelievable goalkeeper. He's really in good form.
Yeah. Now, at half-time, you asked the question, would West Brom change their approach? They did in the second half, and even before they got the equaliser, Karlan Grant had a chance. How good a chance was this?
It was a great chance. It was a great pass as well from Sawyers there. Look, fabulous. And that's what they were looking for, that moment. Williams gets caught there. It just come on, but he just needed to maybe just calm himself down a little bit. He'd done well to get in there, but, you know, once you get in that sort of position, you know you've outpaced the defender. You've then got to just calm yourself down. He might have just looked up and just seen that near post, but you've got to say, Alisson, it's a fabulous save, because he had not much to do all game, and his concentration levels were up there, and when he was needed, it was a vital save in the end, because that would have put them 1-1 then, and maybe Ajaya's goal might have been the winner.
But in the first half, then, that couldn't happen, was it? Because there was nobody there. So Sawyers would have looked up, cleared his lines just to nobody. But at least they had a focal point in the second half to put pressure on those Liverpool defenders. You can still defend, and when you lose the ball, the centre forward can drop in. But you don't have to have them all back in just a really deep row. One up front, and at least he can try and control the ball, bring other people into the game and give you a chance going forward. So they were much better in the first half, really.
The equaliser came from a corner, but leading up to that, how disappointed will Liverpool be with the way they conceded the corner?
Yeah, really disappointed, because they caused their own problems. You see here, no pressure at all on the ball. Curtis Jones goes centrally. He can do anything he wants with the ball here. Big deflection in the air. Reece Williams gets caught because the goalkeeper starts running out, clears his lines, which is what you should do from the centre defender. But what I would say is that the corner is well worked, and it's a brilliant cross. Great delivery. Liverpool 2 against 1 out there. They get caught, and that is fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic cross.
Good header. When you're playing a short corner, the zone goes out the window. That's why people play. You're seeing a lot of teams playing a short corner, because they want to play in there as a zone, but once you shift the ball, the zone actually is not as... It's more fragile, because you're coming out, they're on the move. And actually, there's a couple of West Brom players that were in an offside position, but Ajayi makes the run perfectly. So, you know, that zonal, that's why you're seeing this short corner. That was a perfect example, and what a delivery it was, and a great finish.
And you talked about the change of approach. If we go back to the first half, West Brom sat deeper and deeper, but Liverpool's goal was ironic with the Matip found the way through.
Well, they said let the centre-backs have the ball deep in our half. Let the central midfield players have it. We'll go with a 6 and a 4. And as Stevie said earlier, no centre forward. They were never going to get out. But ironically, Matip hits a wonder pass. What a finish that is. Mane, you see how he pops it off his chest. And by popping it up in the air in a split second, it allows his feet to adjust to get the shot in. And it's a wonderful half-volley finish. But this is a wonderful pass. It really is. Look at it, just pops it up in the air, so it gives him time to adjust his feet and then slide it in the corner. It's a wonderful goal, it really is.
Did you think at that stage that'll be 2 or 3 then for Liverpool?
Not necessarily, but I still thought Liverpool, the way they controlled it in the first half, would go on to win the game. I thought they'd managed the game better. I thought they were really disappointing in the second half. There was no energy. The passing was slow. They went side to side. As we said before, some of the big players didn't perform. I didn't think Salah played well today. There was no real cutting edge, and they got caught then, which happens in game, and we've seen it 1,000 times before, and we'll continue to see it if you don't kill the game off. But Liverpool needed to be better. 82% in the first half, Liverpool, and at the end of the game it was 78%. Yet the first and the second half were chalk and cheese for both teams, and it just shows you that you have to be more clinical.
Do you think that when there's a team like that banking
Point that almost feels like a win?
Yeah, of course. Look, it's difficult to come to places like this. You know, we dug in deep. We ran for 94 minutes. You know, it was tough at times, especially in the first half. You know, and we got an equaliser, which, you know, is a great point away from home. And like you said, it feels more like a win.
It was a very different performance from West Brom in the second half. How did you turn things around?
Yeah, look, it's like I said, it's tough coming here. We knew they'd always have a lot of the ball. You know, I think we didn't really get going in the first half. We set off, and you know, second half we ran a bit more. We believed in ourselves a little bit more, and you know, thankfully we got the goal, and we come away with a point.
What was the message from the head coach at half-time then?
Just keep going. Look, we were still in the game at 1-0. Stay in the game, and we'll get a chance. Granty went through, you know, 50, 60 minutes, and the keeper made a good save, and you know, and like I said, thankfully we actually did get another chance and put it away.
Well, talking of good saves, you pulled off a terrific save right at the end there to preserve that point, didn't you? Will that go down as one of your favourites, do you think?
Yeah, of course. Look, you know, it was a great save. To be honest, I didn't have that much to do in the game. You know, and yeah, it was close, and you know, thankfully I tipped it around the post, and you know, it was good to make that save and then carry on and get the draw.
It's very early days, but what do you feel the new management is changing since they've arrived?
Yeah, great. Look, it's different. It's good. It's you know, everyone knows what the manager's like. He's come in, you know, and things change very quickly. And you know, the lads are reacting to it, and hopefully, you know, it's a progress, and we keep building and getting results.
Sam, so that's a point at Manchester City, a point here at Anfield. What do these results do for you at this stage?
Yeah, look, it's massive, you know, but we need to take them games into the next game, you know, and turn, you know, the draws into wins. You know, that's what we're here to do. You know, it's great to get a point here, but you know, we can't let ourselves down in the next game and the game after that. So, you know, like I said, it's new management, it's new things, and you know, we keep going and believing in ourselves.
Impressive result for West Brom. Well done today.
Perfect, thank you. Cheers.
Leeds at home next for West Bromwich Albion. Let's have a look at that save, because
Yeah, it was a brilliant save,
it was
wasn't
a full stretch, and you